My name is Martina Kelades, and I do many things, I guess. I'm originally born in the Annapolis Valley. Loved my upbringing, really rural, local communities, and a really great upbringing. When I first moved to the city, I had all these great ideas. Like, I've always wanted to dabble into modeling and to film work early on, and I did some background work when I moved to Halifax. Applied to an agency, didn't hear anything back, and I've kind of always just thought, I think I just carried this story in my head that it was not for me. For whatever reason, maybe I was too short, maybe, my body's too thick, maybe my skin's too dark, and these are things I just kind of let go. So I focused on background work.
I was browsing through TikTok and I saw this TikTok of, this funny person, and I clicked and I saw she's in Halifax, and I went to her IG and then I was like, she is funny. She got me through the moments when I'm there by myself and I can just go and laugh, and I was like, she's so talented. Everybody's doing these skits and everybody's, on TikTok doing their thing. But there was something about her. I wanted to see that talented person on screen. I reached out and asked if she is represented. She said she's not modeling, and I thought, what?
When I first met Solitha, it was at a coaching session. I was there and she walked in the room and I'm just like, that's my agent. What? I was so intimidated at first, but she really is a beautiful soul, and you can just feel the passion that she brings to this organization. When I was talking to her about my experience, I was bragging about some of the roles that I've had as background. And a lot of my roles were, I was a prostitute for a few roles. So all these things were kind of happening. I was like, yeah, I was kind of stereotypically casted for these positions. And I didn't really realize that until Solitha said, oh, no. When you work with me, it's not going to be that. It's, we are breaking barriers. We are moving beyond that. You deserve to be in front of the camera in lead roles. And I was thinking, how does she know that this is where I'm supposed to be? This is what I excel in because this is what I get casted for all the time. But she really saw something beyond what I could even envision for myself in terms of working in this industry. And it's just incredible now, a little over a year of working with Solitha, to actually see these things unfolding.
It's hard not to be overcome by her energy and her love for the craft, and just her pureness, the pureness about who she is as an individual. She's driven beyond, and she goes 110 for this dream that she was destined to live out.
I went to school and I took addictions counseling. My focus became so much on making sure other people are taken care of, kind of putting myself in the back burner, I'll take care of me when the time permits or after I do the next thing. And in 2018, I actually burned out. Even though I was in denial for a while, I took some time off, and through that experience of like, self-discovery and like just really trying to understand like, where am I going next? Because I didn't return to that job. I was diagnosed with depression. I was diagnosed with anxiety. I was so angry that I had taken care of everyone else and had forgotten to take care of myself, and that I'd gotten to this place of burnout. I was so angry that I was going through that experience. And, we ask, why me? Why do I have to go through this? But now I look at it and I say, I'm thankful it was me, because it really has opened up the next part of this career that I am on, this journey and working in mental health and doing consulting work. Well, welcome to the studio.
Yeah, I appreciate you. This is a dope spot.
Look at this view.
Nice.
This is like, don't get distracted by it.
I'll just start gazing out the window,
No,
But this is awesome now.
The Life Out Loud podcast basically is about how life continues to happen around us. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode on the Life Out Loud podcast. I'm your host, Martina Kelades, and this is the podcast of personal narratives, exploring our many interactions with the world, with others, and within ourselves, to highlight ways of improving our mental health and wellness through thoughtful and authentic experiences shared out loud.
I've been blessed with so many opportunities to watch Martina do her thing. I think that what she does doesn't get enough sort of attention. She gives so very much to anybody who comes in contact with her. Her creativity, her comedy, her skill as an actor, as a model, she marries that with her knowledge and training in mental wellness, and it's so necessary. As creatives, we're givers. Like, we're constantly pouring ourselves out into whatever you ask of us.
It can be hard. It can be hard to know who you are without other people telling you who you should be, and to stand in that belief of yourself without being, swayed one way or the other. There's a lot of other elements and layers that can really distract us from that healthy sense of confidence. I think that's something that I want to explore more as I move forward, and I'm trying to look at ways of merging my mental health business with the work that I'm doing in the industry. Not sure how it's gonna unfold, but this is something that I've been kind of exploring because I think it's a huge part of how we show up as our true and authentic selves.
Who is that? I don't know. Oh my goodness. Look who it is.
I feel pure love for Ben. He's one person that I can truly look at and just see that whole embodiment of Soli production in him.
You grew up on the water?
You can't swim.
Oh, but the view to get up to this.
I was researching modeling companies and stuff like this, and then one day at a show, I see, you hear whispers of the name, Soli model. But I didn't know because, I haven't been around that long. So I saw her backstage of a show one night. In my mind, I'm like, she's intimidating. But I think that's a good thing. I think it looks like she knows what she's doing. She meets you exactly where you meet her, and vice versa. So I think we have a very good relationship, and we keep pushing each other for sure.
Ben goes hard. He goes hard at this dream, and he is extremely talented as an actor, as a model, as a hip-hop artist as well. He's very creative, and my biggest thing is just making sure I can create spaces for him to be able to showcase his work and look for the opportunities that they can excel and show the world what they can do with the craft that they were blessed with.
He's very positive. He's always been a very positive person. I can't say boy because he's not a boy anymore. He wants to make people happy, which to me is a good human being.
I want to entertain people. I want to make people happy. I want to help them escape sometimes from whatever they're happening in their real life that, some people might need a break from, instead of turning to, more harmful things and stuff like that. Like I would rather be somebody who can entertain and help somebody escape like that. My dad was 40 when he passed away. Too young, too early. What happened was he was out ice fishing, and on his way home in the dark on the four-wheeler, hit a soft spot in the ice and fell through. The way the ice was breaking and stuff, there were signs of he was staying afloat for a little bit and trying and yelling and all this stuff. But the current's just too much. So that's definitely one of those moments where, you either go left, you go right, and you hope that you pick the right one. And, if you don't, you'll know. And then it's way harder to drag yourself out of a dark place if you've been there for a while than it is to, have a little bit of light and just go towards it.
In the face of the adversities that he's had to deal with, he's probably the biggest smile around here. Just such a positive, beautiful energy.
I have this teddy bear. Its name is Teddy. I was a very creative child. My teddy bear's name is Teddy. My grandmother got it for me the day I was born. One day, I woke up out of nowhere, said, "Mom, I want to bring Teddy on the drive to school today."
I can remember that morning, him saying, "I want to bring Teddy in the car." I'm like, okay, don't know why, but okay.
So we're in an assembly with the whole school, and my name gets called to come up into the lobby. So now I'm like, oh no, I gotta walk in front of all of these people.
Ben and I were in town, actually. I wasn't working that day. And we're at my brother-in-law's house. We had a call at the house saying, something's going on at your house. Of course, we get halfway up the road and there's all these fire trucks.
What happened was the house that we were living in actually burnt to the ground that day. Don't know why, don't know how, really. I lost everything, every toy I ever owned, every piece of clothing, everything we had, down to the ground. It
was heartbreaking. It's not something I would wish for anybody to have to go through. It was a very hard time in life.
But I still had Teddy. And to this day, I still have Teddy. I bring him everywhere I go. For whatever reason, I just needed to bring Teddy with me that day. I had just child's intuition, I don't know.
I am so proud of Ben. I'm in awe that he was so young when all this stuff happened. Maybe that's one of the things that amazes me about him, that he's had intense moments and he's bounced back so quickly and just so amazingly.
When we're leaving, are some of us going this way, some of us going this way?
Ben came into the agency when I was questioning, and Ben definitely came into the industry and just gave me that sort of burst of energy, just inspiring in the way, he is going after his dream as well, made me want to work hard for him.
She's always left the door open to be like, then show me, And she does it for everyone. It's not just me. She will leave the door open for everyone to be like, show me what you can do. Let's see it. And if you bring it, you get to walk in the door. It's that simple, really. And this is solely playing to her strengths. She also wants to show her models know how to model. She wants to show that her actors can act. And guess what? She's got musicians too.
I absolutely think that Ben is amazing on every level. Like, he really is. He is hardworking. He is loyal to his fellow models and actors. I see him championing them all around. Every show I see him at, he gives 100% of himself all the time. Whether he's on the runway or it's behind the scenes or promoting or follow-up, you can count on Ben to deliver 100% every time.
I feel like we both know that there's a little bit more to us than just like two people who happen to cross paths. We work off each other great, we push each other. Sometimes we push each other to the limits. We're making, we're making sure we're paying attention to each other and stuff like that. I feel like everything has just led me to her correctly at the correct time. I'm in the correct mindset. The dream is there, the goal is there, the vision is there. I've always just needed these in-between steps to get me there. My mom, solely, the company, the opportunities, the doors. I'm ready for all of these little steps because I have the vision of the end already.
One thing I've learned is that you have to know what you don't know. And I know once the talent came to me with the desire to act and to, go on auditions, I didn't want them to step into the role and be seen as, a model turned actor. I wanted them to go into it as prepared as I was preparing them for the runway and for the modeling industry. So I reached out to Kevin Kincaid, who's an actor and an acting coach here in Nova Scotia. And he came on board, and again, finding your fit, because he just gelled with us and the talent, and he has, really been vital in helping them hone their craft as actors and giving, those sessions for me. I invest in the talent because I see what the return is gonna be in the long run and how beneficial it is to show up ready and prepared. If you're committed to your journey, then, you keep going. What is for you will land. And when it does, it's sweet. And we've had a lot of sweet moments. We've had a lot of tears and disappointments, but it hasn't stopped them from keep going after the next thing. I think that's the responsibility of an agent, is to see what their potential is and give them the tools necessary to get there. And I'm doing it my way. I'm not following the rule book of anybody else. I'm just doing it the way that I would want somebody to pour into me if I was on the other end of that table.
Okay, can everybody see the framing on him right now? Can everybody see that? That's what we call by a medium close, okay? See the space above his head? You want probably it feels like 2 inches above your head, all right? Look straight at the camera there.
Hello, my name is Tyree Haley. I'm auditioning for Officer Ross, and I'm with Solitha Productions Management.
I've learned a ton already through working with Kevin, and there's still a lot more to learn. But super grateful that I've had him to coach and guide me. I don't know if I would have had some of these opportunities in film.
Atlantic Film Festival was a moment when I saw my actors feel like they've made it. Martina was on the commercial for the festival, and just to see her light up, and Ben in the short as well, having his moment where we can celebrate him. And that's the thing about the Soli communities, that they're supporting each other's accomplishments. Ooh. Hi.
Okay.
Hi, Mama. Congratulations. Oh. Over here, Sharon.
Oh, we're on a balloon. Hey. I had no idea.
That ideal that Soli kind of infuses into everything she does with her talent, you know, hence they calling themselves a community, and in a lot of cases they call themselves a family. I think it only brings out the best in them.
Today's the day.
The day?
The poster girl.
Listen, and the film boy.
Well, you know.
Making his film debut at the festival. This is so exciting. So I'm in like the PSA for the film festival, so one of the promotional posters. And we do like a little promotional commercial too for this show. So lots to celebrate. Lots to celebrate.
Me, a couple people, we went out into like a cabin in the woods basically, and we filmed a little short, and it was over a couple days, and then they submitted it, and it got accepted into some film festivals, so it's pretty cool.
Amazing. You know, always so honored to have these opportunities, and it's just, I get even more excited when it's like you have your peeps too. Like,
yeah,
there's
that's what I
other
mean.
things that we're all doing, and when we get to celebrate together, that to me is like
So,
really special.
Like when we get to like, when there's like a little group of us or whatever, like representing the company.
Like the fam, the Solitha fam, they always show up for one another, and this is what I love about us. Like if we weren't involved in this, we would be here supporting the rest of our squad, right? So that's what this is really about. And when we say this is a family, this is truly a family. Okay. Yeah.
Here we go.
You can only go so far alone. When you feel supported and you feel a part of something that's bigger than you, I think it's easy to dream bigger. I think it's easy to envision yourself going further. And I see that happening for a lot of the talents. They are more than just envisioning themselves outside of Halifax in a bigger market. They're doing so.
The performance, once we got into the theaters and saw her do that commercial, it was just like, yeah, this is what they're working towards.
That guy's a movie star right there.
I feel incredibly blessed and honored and grateful to have everybody who came here today who wasn't even part of it, who just came to show support for a fellow Soli family member. It's like, it's incredibly heartwarming.
This year has been just an incredible journey. All of the things that I've accomplished, I'm just truly honored and grateful to be a part of this agency and to be a part of the Soli family. There's more to come, though. There's more to come. The world just hasn't even seen they've only seen a small bit of what we're capable and what we're going to do. And so I'm just glad that we have, you know, Solitha and Cindy, who are behind the scenes, you know, creating all these opportunities and building this organization. But yeah, there's more to come.